10:30. I'm live.
Going live, guys.
Yeah, everyone's still getting in, so it's okay. It's all right.
That's all right. No worries. No worries.
Genesis is on top of the ball, as always. Not on the ball, on top of the ball. That's right, Kevin. There's a ball.
The same thing? Isn't it the same thing if on top of the ball and on the ball at the same time?
Honestly, people just say on the ball, and on top of the ball just sounds like the Irish version of it. Oh, Kevin, hold on. There you go. Come on up.
On top of the ball.
On top of the ball, under the ball, across from the ball.
Inside the ball.
Alright, Desunota's still playing his game. Genesis, wanna throw us in? Kevin, get in your seat.
Don't tell Daddy what to do, okay? All right, gentlemen.
This is my podcast with you. We are the daddies of this podcast, all right? Let's be honest with yourselves. There can't be him, too. Come on.
Stupid Minecraft needs to update every time.
All right. God. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's another lovely Tuesday evening in Crafting a Chat here. We are back here with the usual crew. Myself, Genesis, Adam, Kevin. Desunota's loading in. Gentlemen, how are we all feeling tonight on this chilly Tuesday evening? Lovely.
You know what? We're doing pretty good, and I think you just got our occasionally hear fifth member's name. It's gonna be called Chili this week.
Oh, we're gonna call him Chili. All right, cool. Chili.
Now hold on. Distinction. Which Chili?
The country.
Oh, interesting. Okay, not where I thought you were going.
I did not. Chile, wherever you are. I hope you're listening. And
I want to say we called him that once, but I don't think we did. So I think we're good on that. I think we're good.
Cool.
If not, I can call him another way.
No, I think we're good on that. I think we're good. One of these days, someone's going to have to go back through and just pile it. Maybe we'll sign Chile to do
There's
that.
plenty of C words.
We have to go. Oh, there's a lot of C words. We have to go back 71 episodes to check to see every single name we've called him, and we definitely didn't start calling him a name until like episode 12 or 13. Because
first time I brought him up, we said Chris.
Yeah, he was just Chris for a while. He stayed Chris.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but we brought him up pretty early on, I think.
We didn't change his name until later on.
No. First time I brought him up, we gave him a different name, and then the next week, you and I decided to call him a different name because we thought it'd just be the dumbest thing.
Oh.
And he was like, because we asked him, what do you want to be called? And he's like, Chris. And we're like, we've already done that one. I think it was like episode 4 or 5. It was early.
Okay, but before that, we didn't call. I think he wasn't even here, so we didn't.
Oh no, we just talked about him.
Yeah, we just.
And then he I think he did like guest appear and stand in the corner for one episode. Other than that weird guy.
Yeah, that was a weird.
But he did too at one point before that weird guy.
I think he did. Yeah. Whatever happened to that weird guy? Did that weird guy just leave us?
We don't talk about him because he watched the other guy's stream.
Oh. Okay, well then. This is episode 71. We got a jam-packed episode today. We've had our fair share with Game Awards. You're gonna be hearing our opinions and the review of the Game Awards.
With apricot jam, everybody. You don't like it, too bad.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself, Kevin. Couldn't have said it better myself.
I mean, I like the Game Awards. I just don't like apricot jam.
Apricot jam's great. What are you talking about?
Apricot jam's pretty freaking good.
I mean, I just don't like it. I'm not a fan. I haven't had it in some years, so maybe I like it now.
Well,
maybe one day we'll have
to. You don't generally like fruit, so I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. I get it. We got Desunota and Kevin's quick look at Arcane this week, or possibly a full review.
Yeah,
there you go. Full review. Sorry.
It's a quick look that's going to be very in depth and much longer than quick.
And we got some stuff changing for 2022, which Adam's gonna go over later. So, gentlemen, what did we play this week?
Stuff change. Adam? Oh my God, that is not. All right, that was so vague. Nothing about the podcast. Guys, we're moving another day. We're gonna do it Wednesdays at 3 in the morning.
It's actually not a bad time slot. Actually, it's a lot of when the E5s come out.
I would be asleep.
Kevin, honestly, that's like 60% of the time you're here. Anyways.
I mean, he's only fallen asleep maybe like
now,
twice.
did you see that? I waited for the sigh, and the sigh happened. And that is called pleasure for me. Anyways, what did I play? I played more San Andreas. Started collecting. I did the 100 spray cans. I did 15 or 20, I don't even know. I think it was 15 of the oysters, and then I was like, this is draining on me. It's killing my vibe. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And then our friend Chile, he's been playing. Him and I got Far Cry 6 for $35 over Black Friday, and he was like, hey, let's jump in that. So we did a little co-op, and then I've played since then. I'm about 42 hours into it.
Okay.
Since Thursday. So I've done some work. Got 58% of the trophies. Working on that. Gonna have to play with him whenever he's back on. So just been enjoying my time in that quite a bit. And then yeah, that's pretty much all I've played. I might have played something else, but I don't remember.
Okay.
Oh, Minecraft. I played Minecraft at one point. But it was
at
like it was in the middle of the night when nobody was on.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay. Kevin, what did you do last week?
Oh man, what did I do last week? Oh boy, let me tell you. Played some Diablo 2.
Okay.
I played some Destiny 2 just today.
Oh yeah. No, yesterday too.
You hopping back into that now?
Yeah, you're on Steam playing it, I saw.
Oh yeah, I did kind of play a little bit yesterday before I hopped on.
I'm not stalking you.
TFT.
I just accidentally hit
my
Xbox controller and the Steam's friend list opens, and I'm like, please stop doing this.
Gotcha. No, I was playing Destiny 2. I got my Forerunner sidearm.
Okay.
It's pretty beast. I got a battle rifle, also pretty beast.
I'm gonna have to hop back into that eventually.
That's what it's called. Crossplay works. Let me know. I'll get you the Forerunner.
Yes. Yeah, I need to.
Thing is a beast. Then let's see what else. I played some TFT with a friend of mine in the duo thing.
Okay.
We were freaking killing it, except for this one game where the world hated both of us. So in this game, for those who don't know, you get like 5 champions in a randomized pool that you can buy from, and you have the option to reshuffle that. And when you reshuffle it, it re-rolls every champion. Well, I did this once yesterday. Last night? Yeah, whatever it was. I did it. And only one of those champions actually changed. The other 4 re-rolled to the same things in the same positions.
Wow. Wow. Get wrecked, I think you would say.
Oh my god.
That's
some luck, man.
Remind me at midnight to come back to this.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll try it. Anyway, yeah, I think just those 3 things is what I played. I feel like I played something else for a little bit, but I don't remember what it was. So, yeah.
We did not play Risk of Rain. No, we did not. Desunoto, what'd you do?
Hold on.
Yeah, chew first. Then swallow. Don't choke. Don't laugh.
I'll go in the meantime. That's okay. Desunoto, you finish chewing. I'll go in the meantime. I got my platinum for Risk of Rain 2 last week. Finally, real happy about that. That's 24th platinum, I think. Yeah, 24th platinum.
It is,
working on platinum number 25 with Scarlet Nexus. Been playing that quite a bit. Bought Among Us today. Opened that up for a minute just to see how everything looked and the trophies and all that. 25 trophies at a platinum for that one, so I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but it doesn't look difficult. It's like everything you can kind of boost together if you have a couple friends online. And I also swapped out Back 4 Blood. So I have the Ultimate Edition now, so I got the season pass along with it this time, so I got all the additional DLC that's going to be coming. Can't wait to start that up with Kevin. Eventually, whenever he
Oh yeah, we'll get there. Don't you
yeah,
worry.
yeah. I think we might have to top in the Destiny though. If next time you're on Destiny, just text me and let me know, and I'll probably hop in.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think we might start to basically what we did with Risk of Rain 2. I think we might have happening to Destiny real soon, where we just kind of go on like a spree of that for a while. What else did I play? Anything else? I think that's it. I think that's all I played. As far as last week goes. Yeah, I think that's it. Scarlet Nexus has been most of my time. I got about 37 hours in that game, so getting close to the end of one playthrough. I got to do a second one, and then I'll be done. And then I just got to clean up a couple of trophies, and I should get the platinum for that by, I'd safely say, before Christmas time.
Look at
Yeah.
you, regular machine.
I mean, I'm trying to catch up to Mr. Fatty with the Platty over there. I'm
Good
trying
luck.
to catch up to him, but he'll
So proud.
die one day, and I'm still never gonna catch up to him.
Yeah, that's right.
You
It hasn't.
again. We've talked about this before. That after I die, you're gonna see that my PlayStation account's still getting platinums. There will be an investigation. No one will ever figure it out. I'm still trying to work out all of that, but I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
The PlayStation's been off since you've been dead. Like it's just it hasn't been touched. Controllers, you could see no fingerprints on it, but somehow your account's still active.
Yeah, I'm logged in under Kevin's PlayStation. He's jumping in there, buying all the newest Paugy games.
Yes. Oh my god.
That's it.
Yes,
That's what's happening.
What'd you do last week?
So, well, I guess I played more Evil Within 2.
You getting close to that platinum, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'm almost there. I just need to beat the game one more time.
Hell yeah.
So I beat it once on survival, and then I was going through the New Game Plus on that to get like the collection trophies.
Yeah.
Just for the collectibles and stuff. And I don't have to finish that New Game Plus because it would just waste more time, I think. So I started a new file on Akumu difficulty, which is the highest difficulty there is in the game, and there is a trophy for beating it in Classic, and also in Nightmare. So if I do Akumu, I'll get both. And I didn't want to do Classic because it has limited saves. I think you can only save like 7 times or something in the whole game. And you can't upgrade anything. So any skills, any weapons, you can't upgrade anything at all.
Oh god.
You have to go through the game with the base stats, base guns.
Oh god, you're doing like a level 1 playthrough?
Well, that's if I won on Classic, and I'm pretty sure on Akumu you can level your stuff and skill your stuff. I think you just die in one hit or something though.
Do you need to have Classic on to obtain that trophy, like for Akumu difficulty?
I'm pretty sure if I just do Akumu, it should unlock, but I actually didn't check that.
Yeah, I would check that, just because you go through some piece of that and all of a sudden you see you have to have Classic mode on. That would suck. Don't do what I did with Resident Evil 2. Get in and I have only one typewriter and I'm like, Adam, I can't do this. I gotta quit. I can't do this.
Good times. I remember that.
Yeah, absolutely. You believed. I believed. You believed, and it just won't.
I believed, and then I saw it, and I was like, I still believe, but also maybe you should consider some things.
Well, the other thing too is there's cheats in the game. So
just like my dad.
Yeah. So when you beat the game, I think once you beat the game the first time, you unlock infinite stamina, invincibility, and super strength.
What do you punch things through walls or something? Or you
Well, you only really have the knife unless you have an actual melee weapon equipped. But I guess one knife slash would probably kill each thing.
Ah, okay.
So
Alright,
there's a way to circumvent the difficulty of Akuma if you just use cheats, but
and that doesn't disable trophies?
no, apparently not for the second game. I think it does for the first one, but not this one.
Well, that's a big benefit to you. Yeah, I would just use cheats and go through with it. I mean, if you already played the game once and gotten done with it, you've already proven yourself at that point. Just use the cheats and get done with the trophy.
Yeah, to check if that classic thing is a requirement.
You do anything else? Watch anything else? Play anything else?
Yeah, watching this Korean show.
What's the name of the Korean show?
Bad guy.
You say bad guy?
Yeah, that's that one Korean show I watch, and it has like the best theme song ever in a show.
I've seen one.
It's probably not what he's watching.
No. I think I've seen one called Lupin's Daughter, or something like that.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good one. It was short. It wasn't long. It's like maybe 20 episodes, I think, in total.
Yeah, the one I'm talking about. It's like a soap opera. There's an opera. I said that word way wrong. There's a lot of episodes.
My Name. That's what it's called.
Is
My
Earl?
Name.
Huh?
Is Earl?
My Name is Earl.
No.
My Name.
Yeah, that was a good show.
That's a great show. That's a fantastic show. I have no idea what that show is, but I'm sure it's fantastic.
I think it's okay.
All right. Well, okay then. Cool.
Also,
yeah.
I'm still buying Pokemon games.
Oh yes, you are. You want to let them know what you bought recently because
Yeah, we want to rob your house.
No, we're not robbing anybody's house, Kevin. No.
What?
I got a really beautiful copy of Pokemon Crystal today in the mail.
Old school, real old school.
My favorite type of meth.
Like the sticker on it is like almost like near mint with like a few scratches on the actual sticker, but other than that, there's nothing else there.
What are you missing out of the Pokemon collection at this point, like game wise?
Red, blue, silver, gold. Ruby, Sapphire.
Do we have
up
Sapphire?
until I mean that's up until the GBA. DS, I'm still missing Diamond and Pearl, and then Moon, Y, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I guess that's everything.
You have Y. I gave you Y. Moon, you have as well.
Oh, and there's X that I don't have.
You have X. Didn't you buy X?
No.
Did you put more food in your mouth while you're having this conversation on a podcast?
Yeah.
All right.
It's getting cold.
Yeah, no, I get it.
All right. Well, anyway, I appreciate you telling us that. So who wants to go first with the topics here? What do we want to do here?
I mean, the freshest thing, let's just get TGAs out of the way so we can let Kevin and Desinota run free.
You got it. Okay, so let's go over the Game Awards real quick. I can do the reveals if you like, or we can talk about each topic.
I say we just talk about what we cared about.
Alrighty. Who wants to take it away?
I mean, I will. I'll start, I guess.
Please, go right ahead.
Wonder Woman.
Didn't take Game of the Year.
Yeah, well, yeah. Which, I'll get to that. Wonder Woman, 45-second trailer, just CG, cool, excited. Made by the Shadow of Mordor people. Gonna use the Nemesis system. Confirmed to be single player, open world. Pretty excited for that. So, super far off though. Super far off.
Probably 2023 game.
Yeah, I would think that or later. And then Horizon, great trailer that was shown there. The transitions were great. The singing was great in more ways than one. What else?
We talking about Guitar Lady or Singer Lady?
Singer Lady.
Okay.
Guitar Lady was cool. That she showed up. I think she did the Deathloop song at the end.
Yes, I think that was the Deathloop song. Yeah.
And then I'm glad to see Kina win. Is there any other game that I'm missing that I liked? I don't think so.
The Game of the Year winner?
Oh no, I was trying to think of games that were announced that I cared about.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
I don't think so. I mean, if
What
there
about
is,
the
I'm probably missing one.
what about the Sonic game and the Sonic movie?
Oh, the Sonic trailer for the movie, great. Super excited for the sequel.
Absolutely.
I've stated before, Sonic is a terrible character. Sonic games have never been good. Sonic TV shows aren't even that great. The voice acting has been subpar. Sorry, Roger Craig Smith, you were good as Batman, but I'm glad the fans love you, and I'm glad people like it. The movie, though, it's great. I love it. The movie is great. Classic Jim Carrey, huge fan, so I love the movie. Super excited for the second. Very excited.
Movie looks
I
great.
don't care for the game, but I got to be honest, the game looked pretty. But Sonic, so still a Sonic game. I hope that's everything and more for people. And then I was right about the game of the year going. It Takes Two. Because I am used to watching award shows where they give it to the game or movie or TV show that is the least controversial pick, and it's the one that's the most adored and not the one that's critically acclaimed. Because if it would have went to critically acclaimed, Forza should have won. So Deathloop still loved, but It Takes Two was just one of those games where every day I saw things about it where people were like, "Oh, I love this game. It's so much fun." And then a lot of the people I follow on Twitter and in the gaming space and read articles on, they're all people who participate in voting at the Game Awards. So it made sense.
Thank God. Thank God.
Well, one day I will play Deathloop, and I will get back to you on that, and I'll let you
Yeah,
know if God should be thanked, or me,
you
or maybe even
you
Destinoto. We don't know.
you have fun with that. I don't know how you're gonna play Deathloop and
Thank you.
get that game.
Oh, also overall the award show way too long. Still, it was about a half hour shorter than last year. That's not saying much because it's 3 hours long. A lot of advertisements, but literally this is all advertisements. Pacing was all right, and as a show, it was okay. Just had a lot of fun just chatting with everybody while we did it, though. So,
I think that was the best part of it. All of us just
oh yeah,
reacting to everything together. It was
I
a
was
lot of
just,
fun.
what wasn't there? That's what's crazy. That's what's wild. A lot of things weren't there.
Among Us VR.
I mean, I thought that was cool, and you were not happy that I thought that was cool.
No,
Because
I
I have
wasn't
no
happy at
interest
all.
in regular Among Us. But,
Yeah, you're like, oh, VR, cool.
oh, that seems neat. And you were like, what, this? Really, this? That was very funny. But a lot of things not there that we talked about, which was
Yes.
wild.
Which
But,
we'll probably have a small discussion on that afterwards and where we think those things are going to pop up. But
yeah, that's my thoughts.
Cool. Who wants to go next? If not, I will go next.
Alright, so
Go for it, Kevin.
overall, the show, real lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like the focal points really were just the live performances. Like about half, maybe, of the trailers that were shown were like, oh, okay. Others, I don't know. In the beginning there, the whole world premiere thing wasn't working properly, and it would just flip up for no reason. So PG
World
production team,
premiere.
because it would be at like the end of trailers that weren't world premieres, they would just like show up. That's fine. Um, but yeah, let's see. Noteworthy things for me. I think it's called Babylon's Fall. That looks
Yep.
interesting, but also looks jank. But it's Square Enix, so when things look jank, then it doesn't necessarily mean anything. Because the Stranger in Paradise demo, round 1, looked bad. Round 2, oh my goodness.
Oh, Kevin, you and I are on
Night
that.
and day. With just the graphics
I
between
would
those two.
100% agree.
So like even though parts of Babylon's Fall, like the environments of Babylon's Fall look great, but like characters and animations, they look real bad. But like look past that, Square Enix will fix that up in no time.
I'll tell you, the beta for that game is not getting good feedback right now. If you look at any things with the beta, and unfortunately I was part of it, but I didn't get a chance to play it.
Good job.
People are saying you should hang off on that game, but continue. I apologize.
Hang off. Interesting.
Oh, I mean, it would help out if the tower falls over.
Hold off.
Less distance to cover before you hit the ground. Anyway, we got I forgot all the other stuff that was there. This isn't good.
I can
No, it's not.
tell some titles to jog your memory here.
Space Marine.
Anything, yeah,
Oh,
Space
Space
Marine
Marine
there.
2, that was probably the best trailer at the show. It was just complete badass. Like, badass cranked to 11.
Evil
There was
West.
another trailer for Tiny Tina Wonderlands, but we've seen enough of that. I'm already
Star
sold
Wars.
on it.
Star Wars Eclipse.
Didn't care. Didn't care about Star Wars Eclipse.
Okay.
Because every Star Wars game that has come out as of late has not been good. I
I think they're getting better, but I also agree with that. Also, David Cage and Quantic Dream. All their games have gotten increasingly worse. I would say.
Sure.
Suicide Squad.
What you call it? Yeah, Suicide Squad, I guess. Sure.
Evil West. Evil West is the one.
Evil West looks real good. I'm excited for that because it looks like a third-person Painkiller almost style game, which I'm here for. Painkiller was great. Focus Home Interactive had a few games that they showed off as world premieres, but I don't remember any of them other than Evil West. I think they're producing.
Yeah, they had something else that looked good.
They did, and I don't remember what it was.
I can't recall.
The one game, Nightingale, looked interesting until it became Rust, and then I lost all interest. Yeah. God, it's not good when you can't remember anything that went on.
Arc Raiders?
What was that?
Is that the
weird,
generic
co-op
one?
shooter thing?
Yes.
That's the one that looked like
with
realistic.
The super weird music.
Yeah, it looked realistic-ish, but not. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I don't believe any of that was gameplay. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it said in-game engine, but it wasn't actual gameplay.
Right, but it wasn't actual gameplay. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I will say this about this game. It looks almost like an Earth's Defense Force kind of thing, where it's going to be like this co-op experience with like a decently sized map or something. I never played Earth's Defense Force. This is just going off of what I've like seen of it. But if what they showed in it can actually happen, if you can blow parts off of these mech things and like actually do location damage and stuff like that, maybe. But it has to matter as well and not be like just visual. Oh boy.
Elden Ring.
Yeah, but we already knew about Elden Ring.
Well, another trailer popped up.
The story trailer was nice. I mean, that was cool. But
Alan Wake 2.
That was a surprise. Pleasant surprise. Yeah, Alan Wake 2, that'll be one to watch out for sure. I think that said, 2023.
Yes.
I would not be surprised that got pushed to 2024.
Remedy's usually pretty good. They're pretty good at being on time with their stuff, though.
I don't remember if Control was delayed or not.
I don't believe it was, because it was at the Sony event, and then they usually don't announce the release dates until, like, a few months before. They'll say, like, the year and stuff. I think Remedy has been pretty good, though.
Oh, okay. Well, if it comes out in 2023, yay. Better for us.
Spider-Man 2?
Great. Yeah. I really don't remember. You guys keep up.
I mean, that was a good chunk of stuff you named.
I didn't name any of that. You all did.
Yeah, but there was a good chunk of opinions you had on them, though.
Homeworld 3?
No, what?
I'm not a fan of Homeworld, but I know that the community for that game is always like super hyped for new games, so they're probably real happy about that. The Dune 4X game, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like if you're gonna make a 4X game in the Dune world, you gotta really make it in the Dune world.
Yeah,
so we'll
Chile
have to see
was
how game mechanics works there. Because like the standard 4X game format, I don't think is enough. I think you really need to get more like political. Do more like what Stellaris does, not what like Sins of a Solar Empire does.
Yeah.
If it's closer to Stellaris or like Europa Universalis, then maybe. But you can't have it be like a basically like a grander scale RTS, like what Sins of Solar Empire was.
Mhm.
Sins of Solar Empire is a great game, by the way. I played hours and hours of that game with a friend of mine, but it's just that basic format and the game mechanics within do not fit Dune, in my opinion. Um, so that one, like, it's a neat announcement, but I feel like we need to really get not even like a gameplay trailer. I want dev
Mhm.
vlogs. I want to hear them talk to me, explain your game, explain your logic. That's what I want for Dune. Um, Bethesda's Bethesda's commercial thing was great.
Oh, with P. Hines, yeah.
I love Pete Hines' ad spot. I forgot what his funniest comment was. I mentioned it to you, Adam. Oh, what did I
Oh,
say?
I don't remember.
It's so. Oh. He said something about how like we can't just keep porting Skyrim to more consoles or something like that. Or we ran out of consoles to port Skyrim to.
Yeah, the thing is, though, he's made that joke for the past 4 years, and they keep finding new ways to port it to things. Remember how they had that commercial
fair.
where it was coming to the Amazon Alexa?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, they had a
There's
commercial
one
back
for
in
the
like
fridge
2018.
too.
Yeah, for the fridge. Yeah, like they try to put it in Teslas. Like, yeah, it's the
The
joke
the
of it's literally everywhere.
the one for the
Well,
fridge is real. I thought that actually is playable on the fridge.
no, please no.
Yeah, it's on the Samsung fridge because you can just sideload the app and you can play it.
Oh my god.
It's not really on the
You have to
fridge.
use voice commands, I think.
Well, no, it's a
Well, at least
touchscreen.
that's what he was doing in the.
Well, yeah, no, it's a touchscreen on the fridge, so you can just play it on the fridge.
Oh my
Yeah, the
god.
fridge isn't running it though.
Skyrim is turning into the new Doom. Will it run?
Oh god.
Anyway, um, as far as the awards themselves, I was pleasantly surprised that Deathloop didn't take Game of the Year, and really didn't get all that much. I was
Good,
okay with what
It
awards Deathloop actually got.
good.
I was
it was a
shocked,
good
but
spread of awards,
yeah,
I would say.
It was good,
I
yeah.
was shocked that Forza Horizon 5 took sound design over Returnal, but I haven't experienced sound design in Forza, so could be real good. Um, I just the 3D audio and the 3D and positional audio in Returnal was spot on. Like it was, I didn't even realize it until you both made comments about
Mm-hmm.
it. Like it was just so second nature to me that I
Yeah.
didn't think about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that was wild.
Um, and then Returnal did take something. Best action adventure? No,
No,
the other action category because there were two,
Yeah, it's the
right?
other action category it
didn't
I
won.
think
it
it was just straight
also?
action, right? Yeah.
No, didn't it also take like sound design or
No,
No,
that
no,
was
that was
something?
Forza.
Forza.
We
Did you?
literally just. Do you
I
listen?
just said that.
No. There was another. No, wasn't there two sound categories? There was one for
No.
like.
There was
Okay,
soundtrack and sound design. Soundtrack went to Guardians, I think.
Yeah.
Or
that's what. Okay,
something
that's
weird. No, or Deathloop? Something weird won the soundtrack one. Because
I
narrative
thought it
went
won
to
soundtrack.
Guardians.
No, yeah, you're right. Narrative did. I don't know
Yeah.
who took soundtrack. I'm surprised that Loop Hero lost as well. I forgot what it lost to. Loop Hero was a phenomenal game. Um, whatever won though was also a very good game. I just forget what the other indie game was.
Oh, Kino won.
That was it. I
Yeah.
forgot that was in the same category.
Yeah, it's an indie game. Yeah, Ember Labs,
Yep.
first ever game, first
Mm-hmm.
winning indie game of the year,
Super good
working with
game.
Sony. So
A super
Beautiful.
good game. And they took another award too, right?
I think they only took that one,
I thought they had two.
and they could be.
But
I don't remember.
because didn't they take action adventure?
They might have, but also the award show was 3 hours long, and also the awards didn't seem like the main point.
No, they weren't.
They never are, but they're getting.
No, they're not.
they're getting.
They are
like,
getting better about it though, because they actually like had all of them on TV.
No, they didn't.
TV, quote, quote. Yeah, they did.
No, ones were announced on Twitter and then like slowly shown throughout the show on the side, like not even talked about.
Oh, it seemed like they had a whole bunch because like for
They
once
had a
they
lot.
actually like talked about the esports ones as opposed to
They
just being
they
like,
literally
yeah,
give out like 30 awards though, and they talk
oh, okay.
about like 18 of them, and 12 of them are like, hey, it's on Twitter, or it's
Gotcha.
in the pre-show. It's like, what? Why?
Who knows? My mistake then. Are we talking about like what we're shocked wasn't there and stuff? Or are we gonna save that for the
We'll
next
go,
bit?
yeah, we'll do
Yeah,
that at the end.
Okay,
at the
we'll
end.
do that for the next bit. I think that's really it then. Like, I mean, I skipped through it because I missed the show live, and I just skipped around, and watched the trailers and stuff. Watched what won what, and I mean
Still thought
overall
it
it's
was
an
too
okay
long.
show. It's too long, but like at the same time, I don't know. I mean, it's a cool venue. It's a cool way to get more information out there, but I feel like time could be managed better and more efficiently. Um, and I don't know why we have to like cut to live performances for multiple songs back to back. Like, do we really need an intermission time like that? And if that's what it's meant to be, why are you having a live performance? You could have that being done while like doing award presenting and stuff like this in the
Or when the
background,
games are being shown.
or
Yeah.
when
Like how
or
Sony
whatever
used
have
to
you.
do with their live
Mm-hmm.
shows. They just
Mm-hmm.
hired an
Yeah.
orchestra, did the whole thing, boom, boom, boom.
Um. Obviously, you don't want the orchestra necessarily playing while a trailer is showing, unless they can play the music that the trailer
Yeah,
already
that's what I
has.
mean. That's what Sony used to do. Their
Oh, okay.
last few E3 shows and some of the when they
Oh yeah,
did their
you're
own
right.
separate
Actually,
thing,
yeah,
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 they
yeah.
had a live orchestra. And they
But
technically did
like,
that for Horizon, but then the music continued afterwards as well, which was
right.
weird.
Um. But yeah, I don't know. Was it worth it? Yeah, it was still worth it. Got a little bit of
Did you do it?
something out of it, but I
Colors.
thought like I felt as though there should have been more. But we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Destinato, what'd you think about the game awards and all that was shown?
That was good. It
Mm-hmm.
was a pretty decent showing. Um, the length was probably a little bit long, like everybody else said, but I guess he has to pay for it somehow,
Yeah, he does ads and all that stuff. He pays
other
to get
than his own
celebrities.
pockets. So
Which I don't know how deep those pockets are, but
it's probably pretty deep, I'd say.
He
He's
does
he's
alright.
involved in quite a bit of
Yeah, he does alright.
different things. So, but the Elden Ring story trailer was interesting. Because they didn't really show much of that before. They would show
Yeah.
like snippets in those gameplay trailers, but that's it. So that was nice to see. The Matrix thing was uh was cool. The Unreal Engine 5 presentation was that for that
mm-hmm.
was pretty interesting too. Pretty neat. And
I thought that
Keanu
was actually
Reeves,
awesome.
always good to see.
That thing looks way too real in certain scenes.
Yeah.
I've seen online people posting like specific snapshots of that, and they're like, if you didn't know which one was a game and which one was real life, would you be able to
Yeah.
tell if there's like an
Yeah, you
assassin?
could tell for like some of the face shots, cause like everybody's skin is kind of like gummy looking still. But like we're getting close.
Yeah,
we're
it's getting
getting.
real close.
I saw a city
Yeah.
shot and I was like, I don't see. I don't know. Are we in the Matrix? Is this? That's what's getting me.
I think by the time the end of this generation, you'll get so close to that. Whatever next generation gaming is, would probably either meet that expectation or pass it. Because I think by the end, whenever this PlayStation and Xbox, life cycle go to the next gen, you'll see such an improvement from what we see now to like the end of the cycle. I mean, you
First
look
of
at
all,
PlayStation 3. It was Last of Us looked fantastic on a PS3.
now they look like cardboard cutouts. But first of all, let's be honest here. We're online gaming people.
Uh-huh.
We will never be satisfied with how our games look. They can always look better.
Oh no, I don't think we're
It's only
all gonna be
running at
satisfied.
800 frames. Trash.
No, yeah, I totally agree with you. You can't please everybody, and
This
nobody's ever gonna be pleased with
19K
what it is.
sucks. Like,
But I think eventually we'll get closer. I'm sorry, Dustin. No, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's fun.
I did.
Dread winning an award was phenomenal. I feel
Good,
like
good.
it wasn't gonna win anything because it's Metroid,
No,
and Metroid doesn't really win much, I feel like, or get like any recognition or
What are
acclaim
you
outside
talking
of
about? Why does
outside of.
everyone think Metroid Dread is this underrated critical darling?
I mean, not Metroid Dread only, but like all the other games
I
too.
think he means in general Metroid.
Yeah,
Metroids are typically rated quite high, which we went
but like
through.
it's
They
never like
sell
it
to a
never gets
niche
much
audience.
exposure.
I mean,
It doesn't sell as much as you think. Remember, we already went over this once. It doesn't sell as much as you think. So,
no, I know that. It's just like, there's a reason. It just doesn't appeal to most people.
but it does a lot of things. It does a lot of things in many different ways to your soul, to
What
your
do you
heart,
stop? Just stop.
to your
Anyways, guess another
brain.
continue. Mother
That
brain.
was really nice to see.
Cool.
Um,
What else got you riled up?
the Horizon trailer was
Ah,
exquisitely cut. Oh
them
my god,
transitions. You and I were like, oh, look at
exquisite.
them transitions.
Oh.
Then the curves. Oh, we were just in heaven for like 4 minutes there. So good. You still gotta play one.
I still gotta play one.
Oh, I forgot we haven't played one. You're
I will
crazy.
never
You gotta play
forgive.
one.
I'll never forget and I'll never forgive.
You need to play one, man. One is
I
a
have
masterpiece.
a whole list.
He's working through it. Give him time. He's working on
But
Akuma.
you need to expedite this up after you're done with Evil Within 2. Like, this needs to be the next game you play, and you need to play this before Horizon 2. This game is it's gold. It's platinum. It's amazing.
It's platinum.
Absolutely amazing.
I was thinking of playing Sekiro after this, but
Listen,
Yeah, no, play
that
what you
game's
want,
great.
man. But
and we'll see.
It's great, but Horizon definitely deserves a playthrough before
I'll tell you
Sekiro
what,
comes in.
Horizon 1 doesn't look as good as Horizon 2.
I'll tell you what you should play, Justin. Salt and Sanctuary.
You know?
Get yourself ready for Salt and Sacrifice. Alright, now that we've all suggested different games.
I think Adam's the only one who's on his side. Like, play what you want, man. Do what you want. What else?
There really wasn't that much else for me, I guess.
One game you like went crazy over?
Okay, V.
Was it? No, it wasn't.
He was dancing. Oh no, that
That
was
was
your dog.
nice. That was a nice game. I like to see what that ends up turning into.
Everything. It's every type of game. Finally got Chile to watch that
cool.
first trailer, and he was like, this keeps changing.
It's something very fresh.
Is it? Yeah, that's fair.
Is it found in the supermarket? I'm confused.
I've never
Very
seen a
fresh in
game
the
tackle
supermarket.
15 genres at once.
It's in that organic produce aisle that just constantly changes every time you go there. So like the one time you go there, you find whatever organic item you need, and you go back, and all of a sudden the aisle's in all different order, and then you don't know where you're looking anymore. So you go in a different aisle, and you're like, this isn't the organic aisle anymore. And then you never find that aisle again. That's how that game was in the supermarket. That's basically what that looked like and how that acted.
Dude, next time you go grocery shopping, take your wife with you. You seem to get anxious or something. You seem to get lost.
I get lost quite a bit, guys. I get lost quite a bit. It's very confusing. I don't know where I am anymore.
Where's the cheese?
Where's Chile? Where?
Why would he be there?
I asked one of the associates, where's Chile? You mean Chile? Where's Chile? And then I find Chile in a different aisle, and he's just looking over the top of the aisle, like, where are you?
That tall son of a gun.
Anything else?
Oh, I'm looking at a list here.
Okay.
Doo-doo-doo.
Boo-doo-doo, it's list looking time for
Doo-doo-doo.
Desunodo. Boo-doo-doo, that's list looking time for Desunodo. Desunodo, did you find anything on the list?
Um,
Doo-doo-doo,
oh, the
it's
Hellblade 2
Astro.
looked really good.
Yeah, it
Some of the
did.
animations were weird, but it looked very good.
It
The
ain't
game is
done.
supposed to be weird though. It's supposed to
Yeah, no,
look
the
weird.
animations weren't supposed to look like that. That's not what
Yeah, just like
animations.
walking and running was
Because some of them were like, ooh, that's
odd.
clean. And then others were
Yeah.
like, ooh, that needs some work.
What is this?
The
I missed
Senua's
it.
Sacrifice, Hellblade 2.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Very pretty game, animations,
Mhm.
sometimes like clean, sometimes like, ooh, this is still cooking. This is still cooking. That's gonna be a looker when it comes out though.
Oh,
Ooh, I remember a
Slitterhead.
game. Yep,
That
that's what I
game
was gonna
was
mention.
so
I
weird.
hate that title.
I hate the title. The
Oh,
game
the
looks
game. Yeah, no, the
jank
game.
as
Yeah, bad.
hell.
Looks bad.
Bizarre horror game.
Genesis will have other things to say when he gets to his turn for that one, but like, let's just say we were all like, "You're enjoying this?"
Hey man, teach their
um,
own.
No, I will not accept that. You will like
Oh,
what we
okay.
all like, or you will like nothing.
All right.
This is called
Uh,
gatekeeping.
okay, Daddy.
No, no, no,
a few small
Mommy?
things.
no, no, no. We're on the podcast.
Forspoken looked better.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
mm, Alan Wake 2 looked interesting. I still have to play the first game. I'll probably borrow it from Genesis
Jenny?
over here.
Yeah.
Jenny.
Jenny Craig. What?
Jenny Craig.
My sis Jenny.
Not sponsored.
Well, I'm
The
Jenny
new
boy.
Sonic game really intrigued me, but they didn't show anything other than the trailer, so
A lot of games not ready is what we've learned
yeah,
from this show.
yeah. So I mean, I think that's
Par for the
it.
course.
Oh, did I talk about Elden Ring?
Yeah, yeah,
You
you
did.
did. Yeah.
You
Okay,
did.
okay, yeah, that's it then. I'm done.
Okie dokie. Appreciate it.
Jenny?
Um, oh God, Jenny. Um,
Sorry, Genesis.
so Kevin, are you on the lookout for like a demon?
Maybe.
Okay, all right then. So a couple things actually interested me pretty much at this award show. Forspoken being one. I liked how that looked. Unfortunately, recent gameplay trailer has been put on the internet, and it's not garnering any good attention. Um, it is gaining a lot of bad press very quickly. It looks like frame rate is still pretty choppy, and the world seems to be pretty empty, and a lot of monotonish colors. It's just a lot of brown and gray and
Hold on. I saw
tan.
some of this, and I would like to comment on it.
Please go ahead.
I have seen so many Reddit posts comparing this to Elden Ring, and they're
Why?
like,
What
I,
comparison is that?
they're like, wow, it's not about graphics, it's about art direction. And then it's a screenshot, like the worst screenshot from Forspoken, with the best screenshot of Elden Ring. And it's like, stop doing this. I have seen 4 of these now, and every time I see them, I'm like, this is stupid. And then I go into the comments, and then people are like, why are you doing this? This is stupid. So, like, the backlash is happening, but also, there are so many people being like, why are we even comparing them? I just,
Yeah,
it's all stupid. I hate the
no,
internet sometimes.
yeah, you don't really want to compare that to Elden Ring. A lot of people that I've seen on Reddit compare it to Avengers, and there's a specific reason why. Again, it's a Square
Squeenix.
Enix title. Yes, they're afraid that this is going to go the same way that Avengers did.
And it's literally not at all the same other than Squeenix.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's it.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah. Yeah, if you take out all the things that are completely different and then replace them with like, lies that are make them completely the same, yeah, then there's something to talk about.
I mean, sure. Um, but a lot of people are pretty upset with the way this thing looks, especially given that it's a May title. and it's also $70. It is
Yeah.
the second game from Square Enix that is a PlayStation exclusive for the time being. That is going to be $70 because Babylon's Fall is not $70; it is $60, and it is also a PlayStation exclusive for the time being. So people are not too happy about Forspoken as of right now. I'm gonna wait to see more previews and stuff like that on it. I'm personally excited for it. I've been excited since the first time I seen that game, and seeing more
Yeah.
of it at the Game Awards, it was very pleasing. I liked it. Just the full aesthetics of the game, and also the combat traversal, it kind of gives me like a vibe of like a combination between Horizon and like the mechanics from
Ghost.
yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah. I like that. I did not know though that it was a zombie game with magic. That kind of surprised me as to what kind of game that is. When I saw the enemy type, I'm like, these dudes are all zombies. This is a world that has zombies in it, but instead of fighting them with guns like every traditional zombie game that you have, you're using magic. So I don't know. Let's see. We'll see how it goes. But if it does well, I'd be happy. If it
Hmm.
doesn't, I guess I'll wait and see if they improve it, and then maybe I'll pick it up at Black Friday next year. But we'll see. Um, Sonic Frontiers looked cool. The environments look great in that trailer. I'm really surprised, and I think that's the fabled Sonic Adventure 3 that everybody's been asking for, but I think it's rebranded. It's not called Sonic Adventure 3 anymore. I think it's just Sonic Frontiers. I hope it doesn't tie into anything. I hope it's just a Sonic game, like a straight up Sonic game. It's not stupid like Sonic Boom or Sonic Colors. I mean, Sonic Colors is a good game, but that had a weird story to it, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. Or Unleashed even, where he becomes like a werewolf or something stupid like that. That might be one of the few Sonic games that I actually may want to get, especially if it's Adventure 3 successor, something like that. Um, the Slitherhead. Um, I was the only one enjoying that trailer, and the only reason why is because I freaked out when I saw Silent Hill. It's the same guy who originally created Silent Hill, and he is now making this game Slitherhead, which it is. It looks like a traditional Japanese horror based on, most of the folklore that they have over there with women turning into like these grotesque monsters, or just overall bony skeleton looking creatures roaming the lands or whatever. It looks like it's set in current time, and it looks like it has some sort of a Parasite tie-in to the Parasite, the anime, not the Korean movie that's out. Is that Korean or Japan? Yeah, it's a Korean
Korean.
movie, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um, because it looks like something was coming at a lady's head, and then it kind of went back right into her body by the end of the trailer. So I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'm gonna see what it looks like. Alan Wake 2. I'm yet to play Alan Wake 1, but I'm always excited for a horror title. I always want to see more horror games. I always say there's just a shortage of them. At least good ones. There's a lot of them, I guess, that you could say are garbage, but there's a shortage of good horror games. And I think Suicide Squad looked okay. I wasn't expecting the gameplay to look like it did. Um, I thought it looked okay, like better than what I was expecting it would look like. But Adam had a good point. You don't know what's gameplay and what's scripted because nothing differentiated. Like you didn't see a HUD or anything like that, so you didn't really know what was scripted and what was actually gameplay. Um, I
I
think
did. Thank
I
you for the recognition of
yeah.
the wiseness I have. Wiseness?
Yeah,
Nah, whatever.
yeah, it's wiseness, yeah. I think I missed one of the reveals, which was the Gollum reveal. I
Oh,
did
it's okay.
yeah,
It was
I
not.
don't. So there was like a hype behind that game originally when it was originally announced, right? Like we were like,
I mean, I didn't care. I don't think
no,
any
no,
of us really cared.
but I think there
Chile
was
cared.
some
Chile is a
uh,
fan of
Lord of the Rings.
yeah, Lord of the Rings along with his wife,
Mm,
so they
I
were
see. Okay,
pretty excited.
I wonder why they're so
But
tall.
yeah, that's
Um,
why.
Yeah, absolutely. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 looks great. I can't wait to go see that movie. I think it's going to do phenomenal, and I hope it does phenomenal because the first one definitely went through its change, and it was for the better. The Matrix Resurrection, I don't know how they can make that look so good, and I hope more games look very close to that. That looked great.
It's gonna be a
And
while.
then, yeah, it's gonna be quite a bit. And I think that is it. As far as I was concerned with the show. Overall show I thought was decent. It was good. It was entertaining, and I think it was really more entertaining because we were all watching this together, and we were just having a good time. I think if we all watched separately and we talked about it after, that show would be less enjoyable. I think. Um, it's because we all had each other's company sitting there, and we were all just talking and discussing and getting excited and all that good stuff. If I had to give it a rating, though, probably a solid like 6 out of 10. If it was a bit shorter, I'd agree with that. And some of the reveals, they were okay. There's a couple things missing from the show that should have definitely been there. But I guess we'll see that in 2022, which leads us into the ending of this topic. What do you guys? What was your biggest misses that were supposed to be that should have been at the show but were not? You can rapid fire, or we can go around in a circle again like we did before.
I mean, I have one, and it's not specific.
Go ahead.
It is Sony first party reveal, because there were about 9 rumors for the past 3 months that Sony was going to reveal something first party.
Yeah.
It was going to be that whatever it was, I don't remember, something with a C. The remake of it might not even been with a C. Chrono Trigger, yeah. There was a remake of that. I honestly thought they were going to bring more than what they did. That's mostly the one thing I was like, wow, Sony's presence, not as strong as what I thought it would be. Still some Sony presence, which is nice to always see.
There's a lot of Sly Cooper rumors coming around. There's a lot of some new IP rumor. There was a lot of infamous rumors still. Like
a lot of stuff, which I was surprised was not there.
Yeah.
Even a Gran Turismo trailer, I was shocked wasn't there. Because, that's just something you just want to put out there. Just, hey, not just Sony fans, racing game fans, look at this.
I think it's going to come up more in the early 2022. I think once we hit February after CES, I think it'll hit quite a bit.
It's usually when Sony has one of their shows.
Yeah. Kevin, what was one of your biggest misses from this, or a couple of however many misses you think were supposed to be here?
Capcom had nothing.
Yes, I was surprised by that.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
I think they had King of Fighters. Is that them? I forget if we decided that was them or not.
No, that's not Capcom. No, King of Fighters is not them.
But yeah, nothing there. Not even like Resident Evil 8 DLC announcement. Nothing with RE4 remake. There was nothing, which is bizarre.
It was shocking.
Ubisoft had nothing, which is also somewhat shocking considering how many games they have in development.
Quite a bit.
Defiant, nowhere. Even like a mention of like a new season for Rainbow Six or For Honor. Nothing.
Not even a mention of Extraction, and that's coming out in January.
Well, that they've gone in depth on their YouTube.
Okay.
You have to kind of go digging for stuff, but they've done a lot with Extraction. But like their long running games, usually they like find little places to drop stuff in, and I thought maybe this would be it. There was a little bit of a Riders Republic spot, I think, like real brief.
That was a commercial, not a trailer.
That was a commercial. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there were a couple random spots where these are rapid fired through games, and I wasn't sure if it was part of
I think there was also a commercial for Extraction, like during the the advertisements.
I didn't see the commercials.
Yeah.
Other things, let's see. Nintendo.
I was gonna say that just now.
Not really anything.
They weren't there.
They usually never are.
I know they usually aren't, but here's the thing. Here's my specific
comes out next month.
My specific thing, and this is kind of just a side hope for me. ActRaiser Renaissance, as far as I'm aware, doing pretty darn well overall. So I'm like hoping that they're like, oh, Maybe people do want some of the classic games from our history remastered or remade or whatever have you, and they just start going through a list. Because boy, do they got a list that they could freaking remake right now.
Mm.
Give me Demon's Crest, come on. Or Gargoyles 1 and 2 and Demon's Crest. That'd be even better. Come on, baby boy. Um,
Yes,
what
Dad?
else wasn't there? Bethesda had nothing other than that commercial, if I remember correctly, which is also surprising. Lots of games in development, lots of ongoing stuff. Unless they're all dead now, they might all be dead. Who knows?
No,
Uh,
there was a rumor that Microsoft is saving a lot of it for E3 because that's where they want
okay.
to
Because
build
like,
more of
isn't the
attention.
Fallout 76 Battle Royales due soon?
I have no idea.
I
Okay.
think it is due soon, but I don't know if we're gonna
Like
see it
before
as soon as we.
E3, I'm pretty sure.
I
Um,
don't think so.
yeah. I don't know. That was really it. I guess
Well,
it's in general the big players brought nothing. Which I mean, it's also not overly surprising with how loaded the beginning of next year is. But like
yeah. If I
certain
think
companies, it's like okay, but we're kind of used to just seeing more from you. So where is it?
I think next year, um, around this time again next year, we'll probably see more, especially after what a year 2022 is probably shaping up to be.
Oh goodness,
We'll be
yeah,
drowning
We'll,
next year.
yeah, we'll
yes,
probably
yes.
seeing more of it next year because the lull will start to creep up after like this entire hype year of games, and then
Well, we should be in the prime of console development for new console stuff next
yes,
year. So that's
that is yeah. So
yeah.
we should actually be expecting a fantastic 2023 E3, I think. Um,
Oh God,
and probably
so exhausted.
a bunch more shows from Microsoft and Sony both, and even Nintendo, honestly, for 2023. I think we thought that 2021 was loaded with like reveals coming for next year. Like
I mean, a
everything's,
lot of things have been revealed for next year. It's just all of them happen to be in February
yes. But
or
I think we'll
January.
see even bigger reveals after next year because next year's really just going to be like all these things are coming out. Everybody's just going to be so busy playing them. I really think they're going to take that and kind of roll with it and say, let's just let people play the games and we'll keep
No,
developing and working and stuff like that.
that's not how industry works. But okay.
No, they're still going to do. No, I'm not saying they're not going to do it. What I mean is that we'll see less reveals than we normally do. Is what I'm saying. They'll still keep us hyped up for other things because they need to keep us interested, obviously. But I think we'll see bigger reveals in 2023. I think that's how it's going to work, honestly. Because that'll be the lull after the big year of gaming. Um, Guess know anything you missed out of there, out of this Game Awards?
Um,
Kevin definitely hit the nail on the head with Capcom not showing up.
I
That was
think
a
just
big one.
Nintendo was for me because I thought like what I think was gonna be the Pokemon game. I thought they were gonna show something for
I
that.
mean, Arceus comes out next month, and there wasn't even a trailer for that.
Yeah, but they'll have their own Nintendo Direct probably at the beginning of January.
Yeah,
I would
Because
assume so, but
again, Nintendo is never at the Game Awards. They have such a little presence usually.
hmm.
I don't even know if they've ever even been at the Game Awards. I remember Reggie was there, but he's not. And Doug
He's
Bowser showed up for a second.
right. I think he was accepting an award. I think
Yeah.
that was it. I mean, their executives are usually
Yeah, it
there
was
for
for
Game
Metroid Dread,
Awards.
I think. Doug Bowser
Yeah,
got on stage.
yeah.
He was
That
like,
was
"This
it.
is
That
for
was it.
you, Desu," which was weird. I don't know what that was about.
Um, yeah, I think my biggest miss was Capcom as well. Just Capcom not being there was shocking because I thought we were gonna get Resident Evil 8 DLC if not anything else because it was like prime. That was a prime time to announce Resident Evil 4, especially coming off the success of the Resident Evil 4 VR edition. Um, Also, I think we didn't see. God, we didn't see Atlas either. Atlas because they have their
Yeah, we
25th
did.
anniversary. What do we see for Atlas?
Persona 4 Ultimax.
Oh, yeah, but that, you see, and that's another thing that confuses me. That wasn't why that? why was that
It's a
ported?
fighting game. Is that an old game?
It's not the game. People have been asking
I
for
think
a
it's an older
PS4
one.
port of Persona 4 because you can only play that on a Vita and a computer at this point. So people have been asking for a port of Persona 4 Golden to PS4 at least, and they gave us Ultimax instead. Like, who the hell played Ultimax back when it originally came out? It's a fighting game, I understand, but like Atlas is so like up their own ass at this point. It's just with especially being the 25th anniversary of Persona, a lot of people who follow Atlas and are excited for like Persona games were expecting like there would have been a teaser for at least a remaster of Persona 4 or something like that. Because we don't expect Persona 6 probably till reveal for that probably till next year. But yeah, that was a weird one when I saw Ultimax. I was like, who wanted this? Nobody wanted this. Everybody wanted Persona 4 Golden to be remastered for PlayStation 4. But, you know, I guess that's what it is. Well, we'll be looking forward to more of the
There's one more
conferences.
that you guys thought would be there, and I was iffy on it.
Which one
Hogwarts.
would you miss? Oh my god, yeah.
Oh
Yeah, Hogwarts wasn't there. There was that rumor that Hogwarts may be coming up in a Sony event real soon.
Oh yeah, I believe that. Also, Kevin,
Yeah.
thank the gods, no abandoned.
That's right. Thank the Lord.
Okay. I mean, when Silent Hill came up, I was pretty sure something was gonna happen, but okay.
Yeah, that was a whole weird situation, but let's not.
Oh, and Kojima showed up, but not to do a game or anything.
Well, not
He
only
showed
that,
up.
but Guillermo del Toro talked about Silent Hill.
Yeah, there's a lot of mention of
yeah.
Silent Hill.
Yeah, Mystic Ryan was freaking out about that.
A lot of mention about Silent Hill. But no Silent Hill reveal. No reveal that abandoned the Silent Hill or something like
Wow.
that.
But speaking of Deathloop and Arcane, what about that show?
Kevin, that's another yes.
Arcane Leon is the developer of Deathloop. Spelled differently, but you know it works. Kevin, you want to run away with this or Desunoto? I don't. Whoever. What's happening here?
Oh, you mean the show? I thought you meant Arcane Studios.
Does nobody listen? Desunoto. Did I? Never mind. Doesn't matter.
What I didn't understand any of the things that you were relating to. So
Yeah.
when you
Words are
said
hard sometimes. I get it.
Deathloop, okay, I was gonna support it, but I guess I don't need to.
Well, I mean, like I explained it, so you know.
I was gonna
Alright.
support it, but I guess I don't need to. Go ahead, Kevin. Take us away. What do you guys got for
No, I'm
Arcane?
good. Go ahead, Desinor, you start this bad boy.
Oh no. I wasn't prepared for this. um, hmm. The show was great. It was welcoming to people who play League, as well as people who don't play any of Riot's games. Um,
What is this? What is this show again? Arcane? You want to explain to me like what is this?
It's Arcane.
it's Arcane.
I love
Listen,
this. I love this so much.
I like the explanation, but I might need a little bit more detail as to like what this game is.
They made
I
Deathloop.
mean, this
It's not a
movie
game.
or show, whatever. You're confusing me now with Deathloop. What? So what is this? What is this show? What is this about? What is this? League of
So the
Legends
show is based on two champions from League of Legends.
Okay.
And it's set in the universe that is very vaguely explained in the game itself. The place is called Piltover, and it pretty much follows these two. They start out as kids, so it follows the two kids from a really bad moment in their life. Something pretty catastrophic happened in the city, and it kind of shows their their journey from that point all the way up to how they're represented in the game currently, and it's like a whole um, a very expansive like origin story for the two champions because it fleshes out their backgrounds, where they come from, who their friends are in that place, and it also reveals other champions that I wasn't even thinking was going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And each time that happens, like, oh, is this guy? Oh, this guy. Okay. And it kept getting better and better with every episode, with how
Did
they.
not think that one character was singed until at the end.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
I think I
Okay, but I got a
realized.
question for you, real quick. All
Yeah.
right. The council members. There's the one lady who has like that weird gear thing on her neck. Is that person gonna become Oriana, or is that just decoration, like whatever?
Hmm. I feel like that just like something from wherever he comes from.
Okay,
I think
she, I think, or is it a he? Don't know.
they.
Oh, always in a long outfit, so we can't really tell.
Yeah. um.
Anyway, just had to throw that in there.
Yeah, the character designs were really cool. There were so many different people who they never introduced before and who I never knew about because they don't talk about anything in the game other than what their abilities are, their names, what they look like, and like a sentence about what what they're doing in the game or what or where they came from or whatever.
Yeah,
So
it used to always be about like what got them into the actual like tournament, the League of Legends or whatever. I don't know if it's a tournament or what classification the
yeah, I don't
region
even
is.
know if it has anything. I honestly don't even know why they're in the game.
But yeah,
Why
no,
all these
like
random champions are in the game.
it's crazy because oh, I hope they do more of this. So Silco is one of the villains in this. His
Yeah,
character is not in the video game League of Legends. Well, let me tell you something.
right.
His character's freaking great.
Oh, yes.
And now they're putting him into it retroactively. Ah, Soko's cool.
Yeah. A lot of the characters you would think are champions in the game, but they're not at the moment. And in the game, there's over 100 and probably like 120, 130 plus different
Hmm.
champions you could play as with all unique abilities and
Yeah.
uses and all that. So it was,
Since we're still talking kind of about characters too, I'll say one thing about Arcane. I don't think there are like any characters other than like obvious extras, we'll call them,
mm,
that like don't have some sort of like backstory or like something that you can be like, oh, okay, this is like the kind of person this is, or like something you can like attach onto.
oh
Everybody just
yes.
has so much going on.
Everybody, they fleshed out every single person so darn well. Even the people you didn't think had backstories, they show you the
Uh,
backstory for them.
like the
I
ones,
think
even like the different council members, they didn't really dive into them too much,
I
but
think they only
like
did
they're
select
all so unique.
people. They did
Yeah.
the the I think the black lady they did. She was
Which one?
from the one who had her mom end up coming
Oh, the
around
one
to
with
that.
her mom is with Noxus.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Noxus. Yeah. They showed a lot about her,
They did.
but I think everybody else was very minimal
It's
on the
minimal, but at the
council at
same
least.
time, it's like what I like is everyone on the council. Like, since we talk about the council, everyone on the council, you very quickly understand that like every one of these people thinks very differently from each other. Like they
Yeah.
all have very different points to bring to the table that are like well thought out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all
One
based
guy's
on their
annoying.
own, like,
That one like blonde-haired dude. But that's alright. It's
um,
fine.
which one
I can't remember.
is
He
it?
had blonde hair or he had like white hair
It's not
on the
Heimerdinger,
council.
is it?
No, 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 no.
Uh,
He was actually a human. I think he's rather short though. I don't remember. I don't remember
I,
enough
I
of what
think
his
I think I
outfit
know who
was.
you're talking
He was
about, but
only in
yeah, they
like
didn't
3 or
show
4
much about
shots,
him
but like,
either.
no, they didn't show much about him. And like his comments, I was like, okay, but like, do you have humanity?
Yeah, he was like the high and mighty overlord
Yeah,
kind of dude
yeah, yeah.
who doesn't give a shit about anybody under him. Yeah,
It's all good. Oh my god.
but yeah, that
Um.
I can't even like the characters are just so
Oh,
cool.
it's so good. Um. The music was a choice.
I
I
honestly thought the
personally.
music was pretty fitting for where they used it.
Mhm.
Like for echo scenes, the battle scenes. Um,
Those
I
were
thought they
cool.
were they were pretty fitting.
Mhm. I don't know. There were certain parts. I think it was mostly toward like the beginning of the series where they put in like songs, and I'm just like, you put this in here just to force these like lyrics in here, didn't you? But that song that they played at the ending, oh my god,
Yeah.
it was perfect. That ending cannot be done any better. Just can't.
It just makes you so angry.
um, but yeah, the show is so good, and the animation at first I was like, I don't know about this, but it grew on me. It's
Oh,
an interesting blend of like I don't know, like almost like a painterly aesthetic and video games, if it makes any sense. It's almost like you can see brush strokes at times, if that makes any sense to anyone. Like especially
yeah.
with Heimerdinger's character.
Oh yeah. He was actually drawn pretty well. I actually hate his champion in the game, but I grew to like him in the show.
Hmm.
Like
Same.
like completely opposite. I hated that little piece of yeah. um. Oh, what was I gonna say? Hmm, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Sorry. Um. Yeah, if you haven't watched it and you are like a fan of fantasy, give it a shot. You don't need to be a fan of video games. You don't need to be a fan of League of Legends. You don't even need to know what that is. You don't even know who Riot Games are. Just watch this
Yeah.
show. This show's just so good. It, it's surprising how good this is when it's a video game adaptation. Like this is basically the new bar for everybody else.
Yeah. I would 100% agree with that.
Cool.
And I think what I was gonna say before was it is CGI, right? That they use.
As far as I can tell,
It's honestly some of the best looking CGI I've ever seen.
it's consistent. I
Yeah,
think that's
it's
really why.
all
Because when you have,
one level.
yeah, because like even in anime, I think all of anime is technically CGI, right? Like for the most part,
It's usually hand
A
drawn.
lot of
but
it's hand
then
drawn.
manipulated by a computer.
It depends on what kind of
Very
anime you're watching. Like Attack on
few.
Titan is half drawn and half
Yeah.
done by a
Oh, okay,
computer.
okay. I wasn't sure if they actually drew it all, or if like they drew it on a computer and then like had it animate the images somehow. Um, because I just don't know how these processes work. But anyway, what I was gonna say is like perfect example of CGI differences is like a show like Last Exile, where there's a very big difference between ships and people. Not necessarily in like a bad way. It all kind of worked, but making two very different like artistic mediums or like two different levels of graphics, if you will, work together in something is not all that easy to do. And the example of that is the Dragon's Dogma animated series on Netflix. Oh, brother. Those dragons are terrible. They look super good until they move, and then you're like, ooh, the frame rate's dropping.
Very critical.
um, but yeah, no, I think honestly, the whole thing, I believe it's all CGI, unless it actually is somehow like
I think it's motion
fraudulent.
captured too.
Really?
It
Yeah.
depends on, again, that depends on
Mhm.
what anime you're watching. If you're looking
They're
at,
talking about Arcane though. That
Oh,
they
then
think
he
oh,
it's
can get
CGI.
that. Here you go. Here you go.
because CGI doesn't, CGI is not always motion captured. It's sometimes just fully like 3D rendered models that they just manipulate on a computer with like CAD software and things like that.
Right,
But
right.
they, for other times, like in, God, I think in like mostly video game circumstances, those are motion captured as long as there's a budget for it. If they don't have the budget, they just put it on computer. It's all 3D modeled. Um, which I think you'll see that when you're looking at like games that have very lifelike motions with their characters. Like I'll take Last of Us for example. Last of Us 1 and 2, both mocapped versus um, probably the like let's take a look at the Avengers game for Square Enix. None of that's mocapped. I think though that's all just animate like fully rendered 3D models that are being animated without any mocap, which is why some of their actions just look so stiff because they don't resemble what human motion looks like.
Um, as far as the story is concerned, they told it really well. There wasn't really any like complete dead points or any super high points that they couldn't get back to. They had a nice steady flow of like backstory. Something happens, and then I guess the like a little bit slower part in the story. Then something happens again, and it all flowed really well. So pacing was really good too. Um, I think cover most of the.
Yeah, you guys. I'm assuming you guys thoroughly enjoyed the show and you guys liked the show very much.
Oh yeah.
I finished it in one day.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. There you have it. Show so good you finish in one day. One day show. How many episodes are there in total?
9,
Okay.
10, 9 or
All right.
10. I
I
forget.
think it's 9,
I want to say it's 9. Yeah.
Okay.
and they're like 40, 50 minutes each.
Okay, so it's a decent length of a show then. That's
Yeah,
decent.
it's like a whole day.
About 9 hours. 9 hours straight. Not bad. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Decino, and thank you, Kevin, for that in-depth look at Arcane. Adam, you wanna take us away on this next one and wrap this up here?
Oh yeah, real quick. Googled it. Arcane, hand animated, not mocapped. Avengers video game mocapped.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah.
Hand
Avengers?
animated. Well
Hand
done.
animated
Avengers
between
is
2D and
mocap?
3D, so a lot of work there. Yeah, it's mocapped, but it also doesn't. It does the thing like the first Last of Us, where it's mocapped, but their faces are not mocapped. Like they just capture the performance, and then each animator goes in by hand and animates the faces. The
What
second Last of Us
person?
that had actual like motion things on their faces.
What
I feel
person
like.
walks like any of these Avengers characters? What
That's
person?
literally how they want to go out. Man, I don't know.
Oh
Well, I
my
mean, just because you're
god.
mocapping doesn't mean you can mocap smoothly. I'm pretty sure.
I
Oh
guess
yeah, no,
you're
it
you're right.
helps. It doesn't. It's not. It gives you
But
a good outline, but yeah, all hand animated. That's
I feel like
nuts.
I should throw in how the original Prince of Persia motion was done. anybody's actually familiar. If not, we'll just move on.
You know what? I don't mind a little lesson on that.
Oh man!
God.
So the original Prince of Persia, praised up and down, probably even till this day, honestly, for how fluid its animations were for 1985. um, so there was no motion capture, obviously, back in 1985. So how did Mechner do it? Used a home video camera, recorded footage of his brother running, jumping, and performing other moves in a parking lot across the street from their high school. Then took the footage, played it back on a TV in a darkened room, and used a 35mm film camera set up on a tripod to snap photos of the screen frame by frame.
Oh my god, he's
After developing the
rotoscoping?
film, After developing the film at a 1-hour photo facility, he then taped the snapshots together and used a Sharpie and whiteout to highlight the outlines of each character. This was then put into a Xerox machine to create one clean sheet of paper with a series of frames of a white character against a black background. Mechner said the contrast was sharp enough that he could then put the piece of paper on an animation stand and use a video camera to feed it into the Apple II. Now, mind you that the Apple II had no video input, so he had to use a special digitizer card capable of capturing a single image at a time. The sheet of characters successfully scanned into the computer, Mechner was then able to use his animation tool to cut out the character models pixel by pixel and run the frames in sequence. And there you go.
Yo, he rotoscoped in 1985?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
didn't
learned...
know what that meant, so I looked up the whole thing.
Okay, so I learned how to rotoscope. Like, I was shown, and I was like, this seems annoying, painful, and time-consuming. And the person who was showing me was like, yes, yes, and yes. And what you just described is literally 30 years before that person said yes, yes, and yes. And no, hell no. They did that for movies like back in the day. Some of the first CGI around the same time, that's what they did was rotoscoping and stuff. But that,
Yeah.
what the hell? Screw that. That's not worth it, man. Somebody in his family should have been like, nah. Like, you need to calm down there, my guy. That's nuts. That was a cool little history lesson, though.
That's crazy. Thank you.
Here you go.
That guy.
Um,
What happened
yeah,
to that guy? That guy make anything else? Or did
I
he
think he just
I
die of
from
old age?
he died of all that work. Died of all that work. All right, Adam. Take us away to the next one here. And I think
Taking us away. Choo choo, hop aboard. All right.
I don't have my train ticket. Can I still get on?
Choo-choo.
Yeah. This is like the Polar Express. As long as you don't believe in
Choo-choo.
Santa, you can hop on. All right.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh no.
There was enough belief here to make Tom Hanks come. Anyways, as Santa, not in a gross way. All right, so the 2021 Metacritic score predictions, I finished it. There's no point in waiting like 17 more days until December 31st or whatever. I'm not doing that. I don't know if that math was correct, but I'm pretty sure it was. But yeah, we're not doing that. So I went through and I updated it. I have something we have to decide on first before we continue. So, winner. It doesn't really matter what the prize is because, but the exacts. So when we were like, oh, the exacts, like we were trying to think of if anybody got an exact score, we would tally them up, and whoever got the most exact scores, we would give them a prize. What do we do in an event of a tie?
Oh, shit.
What is everyone's idea?
Both people get a prize.
Ooh, fun story. It's not both people. It's 3 people.
Okay.
3 people get a prize.
Okay. I'm thinking 3 people get a prize.
Hold on. Or tiebreaker. What's the first game coming out in 2022?
Ooh, I think that's actually Extraction. That's the only one in January, I think. That
we can still count that for 2022, but that's the tie-breaking game.
I think it's... No, I think Pokemon Legends Arceus comes up before Extraction.
Does that actually have a confirmed date of January something?
God, let me look
I
it up
don't
while you're
think
talking.
so.
I thought it didn't.
Yeah.
Confirm that, please, and thank you.
I will look at it right now, sir.
So yeah, three-way tie. Desinoto, I love how you gave an option. You are not one of the tiers. You and I did not tie. Kevin, Chile, and Genesis have tied with 2 exact scores apiece. You and I got 1, Desinoto. So, which is, we did some stuff.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not.
January 28th.
That's 8 days after Extraction.
Okay.
So yeah, so Extraction would be, you said the 28th for Legends. Actually, put that in here. Now is that what you guys want to do? I mean, I'm asking you because what I originally decided on was a $60 PlayStation Network gift card, which works in the event of a tie because I would just each give you 20.
I mean,
I'm fine with that too.
You're fine with
too.
Are you guys are okay with that? I mean, Chile's not here, so you guys can speak for him.
Bro, you want to take 30 and 30 and
okay, him? Nope. That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
No, I mean if it's just something like that that's easily splittable, I say just do it that way. I didn't
do it that way.
What we were talking about, yeah.
All right.
Because if it was like a physical object, you could do like a tiebreaker scenario. But if it's something like that, we can just split it. That's fine. Go us.
All right, then we will do that. You each will receive a $20 PlayStation Network gift card sometime in the next week or so. I don't know, whenever I get to a store. So.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, all right. Well, congratulations to those winners. Props. All right. Some statistics before we get to the actual winner and announcements. Anybody have a guess with who scored games under the most, and who was like most positive and who was the most negative?
I think Chile probably scored the farthest away from most, so he scored.
You think all of his games or most of his games were above what the actual score was? So you think he rated them each higher than what they actually were?
No. Okay, wait, hold on. That one would be either myself or Desinoto, and if it's below, it's Kevin, and if it's just totally off, that's Chile.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, anybody else's assessment?
I'm gonna go Chile. God, maybe most underrated.
Okay.
Genesis most overrated.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Okay. You think Genesis was more positive?
Yeah,
and
more
Chile
positive.
Was negative. Yeah, got
Chile's
it.
more negative.
All right. Desinoto, do you have any guesses?
Yeah.
What was the question?
Yeah. Who gave a higher score the most times compared to the actual? Like, who was more positive about games coming out, and who was the most negative?
Yeah. Positive, negative, who was farther off, things like that.
Not even just farther off. That's basically the game.
I was gonna say the person who was always the farthest stuff. Like, out of all of them, probably the person who just would always pick the farthest stuff. They're probably in last place.
The farthest off is in last place, but they are not the person who has picked the most positive or the most negative.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Alright, he's thinking of
There's
spots.
literally 5 options, and they're all people you know. Name one and then name another.
Genesis was more positive, and Chile was more negative.
Interesting. Okay, so everybody I think is in agreement on Genesis being the more positive. Yeah. Total of 28 games we guessed. Genesis, he was above the actual score 19 times and below only 9.
What?
Yeah, you were way more positive than everyone. Actually, not really, because Desunoto, 18 times above the actual score, only 10 times below. So
So
he
I was,
pretty
yeah, I
well
was kind of,
rounded.
yeah.
And then it's me with 17 above and 11 below. And then it's actually Chile, who was 12 below and 16 above, and Kevin coming in 14 and 14. Half the games he
Look
was
at that
high,
even
and
split,
half the
baby.
games he was like it's funny. I did not expect that. I did not. I mean, I think we all expected Genesis to be the more positive one.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, Genesis the most positive, Kevin the most negative. But honestly, still not that negative. And then in regards to actually winners, fifth place, it's not you, Decinoto. Be happy. It's Chile. Chile came in fifth place. Um, he was 11% off the whole thing. We were actually really close. In total, it's between 7 and 11%. So Chile was only 11% off of the actual scores in total, average. And then in fourth place, Desunoto. Third place, Genesis. Second place, Kevin. First place, myself. Yeah.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Yeah, it
Wow, I
was.
made it back in the second? How the hell did I
Yeah,
get up there?
you made it back in a second because some games scores dropped like a point or two, and Genesis was more positive, and he basically lost some points. There were a few games that have come out in the last 3 months or so where their scores have dropped between 1 and 3 points. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Will
but yeah,
Battlefield drop more?
Battlefield is at a 68.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Oh, it fell! It fell
yeah,
10 points since like the
yeah.
first reviews.
Let's all remember that Chile gave that a 91. So Destiny, don't laugh too hard. You gave it an 81. Kevin, you gave it an 80.
I did.
What did I give it?
69. It actually dropped from a 69 to a 68, which sucks for
Oh
you because you would have
no.
won the exact. But also everyone else's, you guessed Guardians of the Galaxy at an 80 and it was an 81, but then it dropped to an 80. So you got the exact for that
Yeah,
one.
what did we get exact? Can you share?
Yeah, Genesis, he got Biomutant,
Oh
67,
wow, good job.
and Guardians of the Galaxy, 80.
Okay.
Desunoto, the only one he got was Shin Megami Tensei 5 with an 85. So, nice.
Oh, good game. All
Kevin,
right.
you got Metroid Dread with an 88. And then you also got Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, 73. So you nailed
There you
that.
go. There you go,
Look at
Kevin.
me.
Chile got Forza Horizon 5. He said 92, and it's a 92. And he also said 85 for Shin Megami Tensei 5. So he got that one. And then
Did you
my
get any
only
exacts?
one. What?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I asked a
Oh,
stupid question.
what was your question?
I'm
No questions
saying,
are stupid.
what did you get it as exact? But you ended up saying it anyway. No, go ahead,
Oh
Kevin.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you know how I was listing it off?
That's why I
It's
said
okay.
it was a
It's okay.
stupid question.
There's a lot of information here, so it gets confusing. The only one I got 100% correct, 75. Hot Wheels Unleashed, baby. So let me tell you, um, man, I looked at that game and I was like 75. Oh
Spot on
man.
with that.
So yeah, 28 games in total for this. Um, So moving on to 2022. Again, we're
Here
not
we
doing the
come.
scores now because there
Here
are
we
some new
go.
rules. There's going to be a more diverse selection of games.
Okay.
It's going to include PC only releases. It's not going to be games we all play. So far, the list, the number is subject to change because I hate delays and everything. But so far, according to Game Informer and a Mystic Ryan video he uploaded, I think today or yesterday, it really helped me. There are 78 games I have put on the 2022 list
Oh
compared to the
my
28. So it's
Man.
50
god.
more, and the number will possibly go down and go up. As time
Oh
goes on,
shit.
this is going to be
Right.
nuts. This is going to be wild. So it's going to be way bigger than last year. We had to go big. You know what I mean? Like we couldn't just be like, oh, here's 30 games. Let's live in our bubble. Like there's so many games we didn't score. Like Solar Ash. Like I forgot to put that on here. Whoops. So this is going to be a thing. There's some new rules. I've come up with 1, 2, 3, 4 new rules. 3 or 4 new rules. First rule. There is now a rule that nobody can match scores. So how Desunoto and Chile said 85 for Shin Megami Tensei 5, can't happen. You both can't say 85. It doesn't
Okay, so
happen
whoever.
too often this, but when we actually go through scores, I will pick you guys and be like, hey, what's your score going to be? You can be one off from each other, but you can't pick the same score. So if Kevin picks a 99 for Extraction, Desunoto's got to pick 98 or 100 if he wants to pick somewhere around there. It's not going to be that for Extraction, but you know what I mean. So that makes sense to everybody?
Yeah, that makes sense. That's reasonable.
Okay. Next new rule. The games we will include, I will always pick the PS5 version if it's available, no matter how many reviews there are, because that's where we play. If it's only on PC or just on Xbox and PC, then I will pick the PC score. If it's only on Xbox, I'll pick that. Actually, with Xbox and PC, I'll probably pick the Xbox version because that doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the console one.
But yeah, PS5. We're not gonna do like, hey, PS5 and Xbox and PC. PC has 50 reviews, Xbox has 45 reviews, PlayStation 5 has 30 reviews, and we're going for the PlayStation 5 version. So you might want to change your scores. Most of the time, though, the PS5 version is the version that has the most reviews. Out of all the games on here, as the year went on, they were the PS5 versions. In the beginning of the year, it was the PC versions that were being reviewed, but, they go with the most popular console. So, all right. And then I also clarified the rule as well for execs. If everybody gets, if one person wins, they get a game on me. Doesn't matter what version of the game. If you want an Ultimate Edition, I'll buy you an Ultimate Edition. Doesn't matter. Whatever game you want. In the event of a tie, we will again just do the PlayStation gift card through PSN.
Can I make a change to that rule?
Yeah, if you have a suggestion.
Instead of on you, can you make it on me instead?
Yeah, we can do that if you want. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Change
You
from
wanna,
you.
change people every time.
Yeah, we can change people. Yeah.
Let's not do it just on you. I'll take with this time, so it'll be a game on me, or if it's a tie, we'll do a PlayStation card split up between the ties.
Okay.
That
And then there's one more rule, and this one's going to be wild. You all know how I said we're not doing all the games at once because there's a rule now. Scores are adjustable until 1 week before the release, unless the reviews have already come out. So if the reviews come out 9 days before a game comes out, I'm not going to let you change your score, obviously. But if it's a week before the game releases and no reviews are out and all the previews and shit are out, you can change your score. But that's going to have to be work on you guys. You're going to have to reach out to me and be like, hey, I want to change my score to blah, 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 blah.
So we have to get it approved by you first.
You just have to tell me.
Can I make an amendment to that rule?
Of course, yeah. We can always have amendments here.
Because it's not a review technically, but if the game is allowed to be streamed prior,
fine.
Yeah, I would agree.
As long as no Metacritic score, completely fine.
I would vote. I would vote where Kevin was going originally to make that not fine because
that's the full-on gameplay with reaction.
Right.
Correct.
More information.
Full-on gameplay with reaction though does not always translate to scores.
I mean, all right, that's fair.
Because some streams are sponsored. We're not saying that's people saying that. Some might. Some I know a lot don't. But unless scores are actually out. I mean, if somebody's playing a game and they're like, if you're watching a publication play it and they have their score there, I'm not going to let you change your score. But if you're watching just a random dude on Twitch or one of the popular ones on Twitch and he has no public opinion and his review or her review doesn't go into Metacritic, yeah, you whatever you want. That is all on you guys to be as vigilant as possible if you want. That's why it's 1 week before release, or if the scores are already out, you can't change it.
Okay.
Any other questions on that?
No, but let me just go over the rules just for clarity's sake. So, else.
Correct.
Okay. We're not going all at once. because we're having adjustable scores up until a week before the game's release, or if the review is already out. So
Correct.
if the reviews are out, we can't adjust it,
Yeah.
or if it's a week before release.
Yeah, you can't see the Metacritic scores and be like, hey, I'm gonna get one over on them. No, I have to. I'll check on that. I don't think anybody here would do that, but yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. But yeah, because it sucks because we rated some of these games months ago, and then as the games slowly were shown more and more, it's like, oh crap. Like, this isn't a first impressions thing. 2021 was basically like, hey, first impressions, what does that game look like a score to you? Which was kind of the idea, but at the same time, I think games just were like, it's games now, especially, like, games are coming out and they're like completely broken, and then months later you see like, oh, looks way better. Well, Strangers in Paradise is a perfect example. Yeah,
Like
or
that,
vice
yeah.
versa. You're right. Yeah. Like, imagine if you saw Strangers in Paradise, Kevin, the first time, you'd be like, oh, that's got to be like a 65 by
Oh,
what
yeah,
that
that's-
looks like. Then you played it and you're like, ah, crap. I'm like 30 points off. Also, it seems like a waste of podcast time to do about 78 games all at once, and then 30 of them being canceled to the next year. So basically, what we're gonna do is, like, as release dates come out, we'll talk about them. But I won't take scores until, like, probably the last podcast of the year, like in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So
Okay, makes sense.
yeah,
What was the middle rule you had? I can't remember now. You had the first rule, then the last rule.
we're doing all PS5 versions. If the
don't
PS5
talk about
version's available, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and don't talk about Fight Club. Right. Okay.
If that has
Okay.
4 reviews, the PS5 version, that's how many scores it takes to get a number. That's what we're using. So you got to be wary of that.
Perfect.
So
Okay, all right. I like these rules. I like how this is going to go. 2022, my God, we're all going to be drowning. We're all going to be underwater.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
all right, well,
drowning in a sea of just
Global warming is finally going to catch up with us.
yes, it is. Yeah, and we'll be dead. We'll be dead underwater.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh my
It won't
God.
be the lost city of Atlantis anymore. It'll be the lost planet of Earth.
They'll do
Oh boy.
video games.
Okay. Lost planet of Earth.
Are we doing most
It's Lost Planet
anticipated?
4, maybe. Or is it
Are
3?
we
I don't
do-
remember how many games there are.
Well, I think it's 3 because there wasn't a fourth one. I think something was supposed to be a spiritual successor to that, and I can't remember what the game was.
To what?
Planet.
What?
What did you say? Genesis?
Found planet. Oh.
What was supposed to be a spiritual successor to what?
I said something
Lost
was supposed to
Planet.
be. Yeah, something was supposed. Lost Planet was supposed to have.
Callisto
some sort of
Protocol,
spiritual
right? Or not? No, not that.
No,
There.
no.
I think it already came out and it was bad, and people forgot about it.
Was it Anthem?
I
No.
certainly hope not.
I don't know what it is. Are we doing Are we gonna do most anticipated games of 2022 at the last podcast for the year?
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, we're going through the list, so we might as well go through that.
Games. Too many.
I mean, honestly, oh god, because we'll have. I mean, every game I've listed, it's supposed to be 2022, but like, you know how it's gonna be. Like,
Yeah.
there's games on here I have never even heard of, so I gotta look up all these games too. So.
Okay. All right.
Like, anybody heard of Daymare 1994 Sandcastle?
I've heard of Daymare. I just haven't heard of 1994 Sandcastle.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a remake or anything. I have to look that up. So the number's going to change. I still have to add some games to this and everything. So
Nice.
it's going to be a wild ride. Very exciting.
2022 is going to be a very, very crazy ride. Please stay tuned to the podcast, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever does watch, obviously keep up with us in 2022. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be fantastic. And
Kevin, you reminded me as you got up earlier, as you told your story about your rolling the things. I remember I said to remind me at midnight because your luck was so bad. Get fucked. That's what it was.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. All right. Anyways, do you want to do the most French segment of the show now, Genesis? Rumeur.
Rumeur.
Oui.
Let's.
Rumor.
Vanquier. Yes, I will do Rumea of the week. Give me 1 second here. Okay.
That's incorrect.
I don't believe it. I'm gonna give 3 cat tongues out of 18 dog farts.
Okay. All right.
It makes sense. Don't think about that.
Sure. Okay. So, let me talk about some of the... You're right.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So, let me talk about some of the rumors here. So, one of the first things I'm going to talk about, Square Enix lightly working on Parasite Eve, Front Mission, and Chrono Trigger games re-releases, apparently going by recent cease and desist that they're sending out to certain people. So some of the cease and desists were there, but they're not mentioning any of those like noteworthy unless it's Chrono Trigger, Parasite Eve, and Front Mission. There was a big rumor I think a couple of weeks ago about Parasite Eve showing up at the Game Awards, but obviously that wasn't a thing. And there's been quite a bit of talk of Sony bringing back Parasite Eve, especially since their Project Eve came up, and people were like, "Well, where's Parasite Eve then?" This is a grain of salt here for this, because this is a user on Twitter just posting out saying good news is that Square Enix is working on something for Chrono Trigger, Parasite Eve, and Front Mission, based on cease and desist notices that have been sent out. Yeah. I want to see Parasite Eve. I don't really care for the other two.
This is wild to me.
This is wild.
Yeah, there's a pretty popular PlayStation podcast, like a mainstream one, that they did like the best games best PlayStation franchises that need to come back, and the two hosts of the podcast had no idea what Parasite Eve was. They watched a trailer in that game, and their audience, it was like a bracket, and it came in second place.
Oh my god.
And they were like, this is wild, we need Kojima to make this. And then it turned into a meme, and it just became its own thing, and then people who actually like Parasite Eve jumped onto this, and that's what's going on here.
If Parasite Eve was being directed by Kojima, it would be an amazing masterpiece.
Honestly, look up a trailer on your own time of like Parasite Eve, and it is like, wow, this is the most Kojima game I've ever seen that's not made by Kojima.
Yeah, that's why I want a remaster of it.
I'd be interested to see what a shit show that would be.
Listen. Any other thoughts on this rumor? Cool. Next one. New IP from Coalition coming in 2023, and Gears 6 coming in 2024-2025. According to Randall Thor 19 in the XNC podcast, he states that he heard from Jez, which is part of Windows Central, that the Coalition has a new smaller game from a new IP, which should be coming in 2023. He goes on to say that Gears 6 is to come after in 2024 or 2025. Made in Unreal 5.
Cool.
Gears 6 in 2024. When did Gears 5 come out? 2020?
No.
2019.
I maybe? I'll Google it.
Google it up.
2019, yeah.
Okay. Any thoughts on this rumor, guys?
Coalition's a talented studio. I would love to see them do something else other than Gears. I know a lot of people like the newest Gears. I've played 5. I think I own 5. And my friend Alex and I, we were playing through it, and we're just like, this is more Gears, and we're done. It's just like Gears is fun, especially for me. I really like the first Gears of War. The second I didn't care for as much. The third one hit you right in the heartstrings in some scenes, but also kind of just fell off of it. And then 4 was and 5 is so. But I know some people like it, but at the same time, it needs something fresh.
Okay. All right. Any other thoughts?
Pretty good.
Okay. Next one I got here. I have a rumor regarding Bully 2. I know there was a rumor 2 days ago that Bully 2 was supposed to be a surprise reveal at the Game Awards. And I guess it's being held back for something else because it was pulled last minute from the Game Awards. But according to Twitter user ACCNGT, I don't know how to pronounce his name, I'm just spelling it out. According to him, Bully 2 was canceled back in 2017. And this is after the rumor for it's supposed to be at the Game Awards show happened. So I don't know how credible this guy is, but he's saying it's supposed to have been canceled back in 2017. I can click on this guy's name for a second here.
I definitely remember that game being canceled.
It wasn't ever officially announced, but there was like, I don't even want to say reports. There was talk back saying it was canceled at some point. I would love a Bully 2 though.
Okay.
Anybody else play Bully here?
I never got into it, so I don't know anything about it. So I know you told me it's GTA with teenagers in it.
Yeah, you play a bully. Fun.
How would that fit? How would that fit in
modern times?
society?
Yeah, that's a great question. It would fit really well, because you play a bully, but you bully bullies. That's what.
Okay.
Yeah, you're basically like the tough kid who just doesn't give a rat's ass about anybody. But the greatest thing about that game was you could just fucking make out with any student you wanted. You go to class, you make out with whoever, you shoot spitballs at people, you throw a rubber band ball that knocks people down, you skateboard through town, you have a scooter, because you're at like this private academy, and then you end up owning like a fair if you play around, like if you make enough money. It's wild. That game's wild. I had so much fun. And I remember playing it like way back in the day and my dad being like, "What is this?" And I just went around making out with every student. And he's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "This game's fun." Good stuff. Highly recommend.
Okay. There's a couple of things this guy talks about, but I'm not going to really touch on a lot of things because I don't know how credible it is. But the only other one that he mentions, which is, I'll keep it as part of this rumor, he's saying that we should expect a trailer for Hogwarts Legacy very soon. Apparently, things got moving for Hogwarts Legacy today. I'm expecting the trailer soon. There was another leak that I spoke about earlier in the podcast that said that the Hogwarts Legacy might be popping up at the next PlayStation event. If we go by track record of Sony's probably going to have one near March, February.
Yeah, February is usually where it's at.
Yeah, and if that's going to happen, I would expect Sony's going to jump on that and try and keep that for themselves, considering it did come up in the last big Sony conference that they had. Not the one that was most recent, but the one before that. So, yeah, I would think that that's plausible enough that we'll see it really, really soon. I'd like to see what it's evolved into, considering we haven't seen it for about a year and a half now, almost 2 years. Right?
I want to say we just saw a trailer for it like 5 months ago or 4 months ago, but honestly, I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
It was in it somewhere. It was somewhere dumb, I thought. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, thoughts on that in the meantime? Okay. All right. While you're looking that up, I'm going to move on to the next one.
It's been a year and 2 months or 3 months.
It feels
By the
way
way.
longer than that.
Yeah, it was September of last year.
God.
Other than that, I don't see anything else. I swear there was something else. Is it just because it's rumored at every event? I think that's it. I think because it's rumored at every event. I have false memories of it actually showing up.
Alright, move on to the next one here. So, this one now is, again, pertaining to that same dude, ACC and GT. He's just talking about GTA 6, maybe going through development hell. Some people don't realize how chaotic the development is. He says, I really think there will be disappointment for many people for some aspects, not the graphic side. If the game is announced this year or early 2022, we can really be worried, is what he says. And he also leaked Star Wars Eclipse. So
All right.
I don't know. I mean, I understand they're capitalizing as much as they can on GTA 5, which that's still a money pit as it is.
Not a money pit. That's.
I'm sorry, a money avalanche, a money mountain, a money Everest.
I mean,
right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what an opposite of a money pit is. So I guess it would be those.
So,
a money mountain. A cash cow, some would say.
So much smaller than Mount Money Everest. I mean,
Mount Everest isn't really that high.
Yeah, but they're milking the profits out of their customers.
Ooh,
okay.
yeah. There you go. Here you go. Hey, you want this cool car? $10 million in GTA money, which is like, what, $120 or something like that? 60? I don't know. Sometimes they go on sale.
I think it's like $60. I'm pretty sure.
For 10 million?
Or maybe 30.
I thought it was like 5 million at $60. I don't know. I just remember watching some YouTuber being like, "Hey, this is how much you have to work at a minimum wage job in order to buy a shark card, and this is how much you have to work in GTA to make that amount of money." And it was literally the same.
Oh my god. Any other thoughts on GTA 6?
What game doesn't go through development hell nowadays, it seems,
I mean, but GTA 6 is just... yeah, I guess. Alright. Along with Sonic Frontiers showing up at the Game Awards, there was a rumor that Mario Odyssey 2 was supposed to show up here. Apparently there's a leak here. An anonymous post was made back in November 2019. A user claimed to have a survey for video games concept, including a new Sonic game and a Super Mario Odyssey 2 game. While looking like a regular fake 4chan post, this user correctly guessed the entire plot for Sonic Frontiers and where it takes place, which is Starfall Islands, in one of the concepts. Everything was recently confirmed to be true with the official reveal of Sonic Frontiers. And I guess there's a screenshot that this guy posted of Mario Odyssey 2. The screenshot's him sitting on a pole somewhere, and in the back is like a bunch of waterfalls happening. Mario Odyssey 2. When did Mario Odyssey 1 happen? That was 2018?
Yes.
So 2... Okay. Well, yeah, 2 is pretty likely at this point. I know they're done with the Galaxy franchise, and they moved on to the Odyssey franchise from that. So this is their new milking Mario, at this point.
Mario's been coming out 2017, by the way. It's Odyssey. Yeah, October.
2017, okay.
Yeah. Same year as Breath of the Wild. And
Yeah,
when you say milking Mario, Mario is their flagship franchise, and that plumber has been milked since the day he was born.
This is true. This is 100% true. Absolutely.
Usually, though, it's good milking. Like, good games come out of it, so, like...
I would suspect we'd get an announcement. I don't think that game's gonna come until 2023, though. or probably even 2024.
I don't know. Nintendo does that thing now where they're like, game 6 months, bye.
But isn't Bayonetta 2023? Isn't Breath of the Wild potentially 2023? Because we've got one gameplay trailer of it so far.
I mean, yeah. Again, sometimes they do different things.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They do sometimes do different things.
Nintendo does Nintendo things.
Any other thoughts on this? Okay. Next
There's
one.
online multiplayer for the Sonic thing that he's
For
talking about.
Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah, so this Twitter post I found that had that one picture had more pictures in the following tweets.
Oh.
I could send it.
Yeah, send it to me. I mean, if you want to read it, go right ahead. I don't mind.
There's a few slides. Let's see here. Yeah, so it says action adventure one player, no multiplayer. Oh, I guess it's different concepts of what the game could be. So there's one slide saying no multiplayer, and it explains what it's gonna be, which kind of matches what they showed in the trailer.
Yeah.
And then there's one that says online multiplayer.
Thank God they didn't go with that one. I don't think
Where
that would
you
end
team
up
up
really well for
as a
Sega.
team and race your way through something stylized world, competing online against something as you combat dozens of new enemies you haven't encountered before. Join forces against Dr. Eggman's evil villains.
The problem is Sega doesn't know how to do online very well. They've shown that multiple times over and over again. That's why they stick to single player. It's why when they make Persona games, it's single player. Why when they make Sonic games now, it's single player. When they make Yakuza games, single player. They don't know how to do multiplayer. They're terrible. They're horrible in multiplayer. Their servers are just garbage, and they don't know how to make them. So, good. Stay that way. Don't make any more multiplayer. I have no idea why they even think to do that.
Next game come out, Bayonetta Battle Royale.
Jeez.
Ugh.
Okay. Well, alright. Okay. Anyway. Bayonetta Battle Royale. I'd shoot my eyeballs out.
I'd shoot them out for you.
Thank you.
As long as you shoot mine out.
Next one. So Sony's apparently bringing PlayStation Now to mobile phones, according to a confidential Apple presentation. I think this was supposed to come out a little while back, but they've been testing this for a while.
Yeah.
And they've had a pretty close-knit relationship with Apple, unfortunately, where I would see them releasing PlayStation Now. There's been another rumor that the revamp of PlayStation Now is going to happen. It is called Project... Oh, no, hang on a second.
Spartacus?
Spartacus, yes, thank you.
Is that what it was?
I think it's Project Spartacus, yes, I think you're correct. Project Spartacus is going to happen, which is going to be the major revamp of PS Now. Along with that, they're supposed to be announcing that PlayStation Now would be coming to mobile devices, starting with iPhones and then later on Android. There's no details out of Project Spartacus, but there's a lot of assumptions being made on it that it's going to be a you can't get the latest PlayStation 5 exclusives on there, but you can play PS1, PS2, and PS3 games all downloadable from there. And it's a catalog, like a giant catalog of like everything on there. They will be steadily like updating that catalog to have more and more games in there. And some of the PlayStation 5 titles would be there to be able to also download, but you won't get day one releases, according to what people are speculating about this thing. But I could see them putting it on iPhones first and then putting it on Androids afterwards. It's how Remote Play came out originally too. Remote Play was only on the Sony phones and the Apple devices, and then it came out on other Android devices. You would have to have an iPhone or have a Sony Xperia to use Remote Play originally, unless you had a Vita. But I could see them doing that again. I hate that stupid agreement that they have with Apple, but Apple sells DualSenses. Google doesn't. Google sells Xbox controllers. Well, no, they sell Stadia controllers. Sorry. I think it's because probably Google's like, we don't want to sell DualSense. We'll sell a Stadia controller if you want to put your games on there. Sony's like, no, we don't do that. Any thoughts on that one? Cool. I think I have one more here.
Did you see the tweet?
Oh, the one you sent me. Hang on a second. Let me take a look. I see. Okay, I see this. Yeah, so there are different concepts that are here. Oh my god, why does Sonic look like that in the right side picture over there? See, it looks like they were trying to make the one from the movie and put him in the game. Weird. Odd. Okay. Alright, well, there's that. Okay then. Give me a second here. I gotta head back to the leaks here. Okay. The last one that I'm looking at here is, this is another Twitter post by Oops Leaks. Lollipop Chainsaw Remaster apparently coming. I don't know why. I don't know for what. But I think I played the original Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah, you did.
It was kind of fun, but I never finished it because the combat was pretty bad. Yeah. James Gunn wrote that?
Yeah, I think so. He wrote a lot of stuff. He also wrote the Scooby-Doo movies.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about this. I'm not 100% sure about this. I'm not too sure about this one, guys. Lollipop Chainsaw Remaster. Who's asking for that? Who wants that? Nobody.
I mean, nobody here. Look at us. No. Also, would we admit it? No, definitely not.
Now, hold on a minute. Hold on. If we're talking about just because of Juliet in there...
Who?
The girl, the main protagonist.
Alright, you got her by name. Alright, I guess we know who wants it.
Well, no. It's in the I'm reading the comments. They said her name in there, and I said, okay, that's...
Man.
Listen, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. I don't know anything else besides her name was Juliet, and she had a chainsaw. And there was zombies, I think, in there.
Kevin, you buying this story?
No.
Thank you. His mouth was full of your lies.
I put it there. Don't worry about it. I showed his mouth with my lies.
Interesting. All right.
Anyway, well, that's the end of my rumors for this week.
Cool.
Hopefully we'll have more at the start of 2022, because it's getting pretty dry at this point.
Cool.
But this has been another episode of Crafting a Chat. And we will see you guys again next week. Thanks for joining us once again. Same time, same place. 10:30. Twitch.tv/craftingachat and youtube.com/startingtoolate if Adam is here.
Yeah, keep watching the Twitch ones, because the YouTubes, I still do stuff. Tonight I didn't do stuff. Schoolwork had to be done. Not by me, though. I'm dumb.
Okay, not a problem. And we will catch you guys again next week. Everybody stay safe. Go get your booster shots. And
next Sunday, baby!
Next Sunday?
Yeah, that's my booster.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I got you.
Well, not that Sunday. Don't worry. I show up being like, hey, guys. We'll see what happens. The second shot really wrecked me for 3 days. And the first shot wrecked me for a day and a half. So
hopefully
we'll see what happens.
Hopefully you don't get resurrected this time. So everybody wish Adam good luck on his booster shot. Then we'll see you guys next week.
If not,
I'll see you 6 days after.
Thanks. My request is to end the show if I die.
We'll be replacing Adam with Chile probably, and
That
we'll be
would
continuing the
be
show.
the funniest thing if that man hopped on here, because he would do it one time for a week and be like, "All right, I grieved long enough," and then he would never talk to any of you again. That guy sucks.
Bye bye, motherfuckers.
Hey,
Whoa.
whoa! I don't know what kind of language. I don't know where he's learning that language. I just want to apologize to the audience on behalf of Jenny. He didn't mean to say that. It's sometimes rumors were good this week, but sometimes he gets a little sad that his rumors aren't all that cracked up, because it's the end of the year. You know how it is.
And
But,
I like when I get nice, like, fucking juicy rumors where we just talk about this. But
Yeah.
the broadcast is already over, by the way.
Yeah. So is mine. Say
No.
the N word though.